Hey guys, and dude. I'm very proud because today I just like decided to say fuck it, and like I decided to like draw concepts like I had in my head for some reason, because like for some reason like I have really good imagination. I come up with like abilities, a world, a lore, and like all that stuff. And I don't know, I just like kind of wanted to like share with you like my art and what I did. For context, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 1, and Kingdom Hearts 1 is an amazing fucking game. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm a very big fan of JRPG elements, of items, of exploration, of JRPG systems, and Final Fantasy. And for me, I've always dreamed about like making my own game, but because I live in Portugal, in the middle of nowhere, and I'm too old to get into game development, I was like never like able to properly express my artistic creations, and as a result, like I never really worked on myself. I barely know how to draw. I barely know how to do 3D models, and as a result, I'm not too sure like if I'll ever work in the creative field. Probably not because I live in the middle of nowhere in Portugal. But in any case, I've always had the bug. I've always had the curse of creation, and that has like been kind of painful all my life. Like my relationship with art is very bad, as you can see in my last video. But in any case, sometimes I just shut that shit down and I cook. Because again, I was playing like Kingdom Hearts 1, and I was like, alright, Kingdom Hearts 1 has like fucking summoning systems, right? Let me see if I can find. I don't even know where it is. Like, let me go ahead and yeah, it's here. And for example, in this game, you can just summon characters. I'm not sure if I find it here, but well, in any case, whatever. My point is, you can actually like summon characters, just like how you can do it in Final Fantasy X, 15, whatever. It's like a staple of the series. And as a result, I came up with the idea to make like my own OC. I wanted to like make a mix of like a wolf and also like a borzoi, because I just like love their snouts. I mean, look at this. What the fuck? Why is this guy so long? Look at his dude's nose. Holy shit, dude! Look at that! Look at that fucking nose, dude. But in any case, like I want like to like a combination between like these two things, and also give it like that Final Fantasy slash Kingdom Hearts flair that I'm so fond of, and add my own spice into it, and that's what I came up with. I also played a game called Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, and yeah, I took inspiration because when I first played that game, I was like, dude, this fucking wolf, which is called Hayato, it is so fucking cool. It is like one of the coolest designs I've ever seen. Like, it's just like something about like the long body and legs and the fucking face looking like so mystical. And as a result, like I wanted to implement Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, and this one, and my own artistic style and my own original, completely original design. And yeah, I guess this is what I came up with. It looks very ghostly, very mystical, and that's exactly the thing. I will tell you the lore in a little bit. It's kind of cringe probably, but in any case, I still want to talk about it because this is so much fucking fun, dude. Oh my god, if I wasn't born in Portugal, I could be doing this for a living, but alas, I live here, and I have rent to pay later in 1 month, so I'll probably become homeless and fucking die, but whatever, who cares? But in any case, just saddens me, because I look at this and it's like, this is the most fun I've had in a very, very long time. I actually felt alive doing this. And the fact that like I have to like go back and like look for a job, and I haven't gotten any luck, and I will never like be able to do artistic stuff for a living, it really kills me on the inside, because man, this just looks so cool, man. It's just, oh my god, I mean, look at this. Look at fucking this, dude. It just looks so fucking cool, man. But in any case, I'm just overexposing myself. So yeah, this is what I did. Again, I took some references. This was like supposed to like be me drawing a cat girl, because like I do wanna like draw a wolf girl shinobi, and so I took some refs. I don't really know who the artist is. Maybe it's AI. I don't know. But in any case, I scratched that. I captured some footage for Phospholite because I love Land of the Lustrous, and yeah, all of this came together for this. The silvery like fur of the wolf, the like mint or like the phospholite color. I decided to give it at like the like little, I don't even know how to call this in English, but like the fur areas that I like put in here. And I think by doing this, I just actually gave it like a really satisfying and unique visual style, because if I just uh yeah, do this, then you immediately know the visual aesthetic and the vibe is like really like right there. And yeah, that's what I did. I just like wanted to like give it like a strong visual presence, because I've always like been very good at like making colors and having color theory and stuff, and so I wanted to like do this, and I think the colors mesh extremely well. I think they just look very pleasing, and for some reason like my brain is like, I don't know, it's just satisfying. It really tickles my brain for some reason. So, yeah, I did this. It was very intentional. And so, like, after I was done with like the main body, which this is what I took as a reference, what I did was I just went in there and like added my own details, add like the little fur, the mane, the spikes, and yeah, that's what I did. It was just, I don't know, I really cooked. I'm really happy with like this design. The eyes also look very interesting. I love like the little eyeliner thing and the eyes and like the soft glow that these things have. And then after I was done with that, like I added the chains because without the chains, there you are. It looks pretty good, you know. But there's definitely something missing. That's when I thought about like, what does Tetsuya Naimura likes? It likes zips, it likes chains, and I'm like, oh wait, I also like that. So I decided to just go ahead and do that. Look how much better the design goes. It just pops, you know. It just fucking pops. And yeah, I guess that's it. In my opinion, I think it's a genius design. Kind of like Cactuar from Final Fantasy and stuff. It's just, I don't know, man. I have no idea how I was able to do this. And again, it just makes me sad that I was able to create it because, yeah, I'm just gonna go back and being in bed rot all day tomorrow after creating such a masterpiece when I could have been doing this for a job. And instead, I have to give up on my dreams and on my life to just wage slave. My god. Oh man, I love living. Living is so much fun, right? But yeah, in any case, as I said, this is like the thing that I came up with. I fucking, dude, oh, this design is so cool, man. Oh my god. I fucking love this design so much. The long snout, the fox-like face as well, which is what I wanted to do. I forgot to mention. It just looks good, man. I'm really happy with this design. Anyway, moving on. After I was done with that, I decided to give it a name, give it like a lore because of the colors and stuff. It's called Agarat, and the reason why I gave it like such a name is because you know, like in Persona like 5 and whatnot, they're like Arise, Loki, or whatever. Like they just like really call out their fucking names. That is exactly like what I wanted to do, like Descend, Agarat, or something like that. You know, like this cringy ass, nerdy ass like quotes that they have for those games for Persona and stuff. And that's what I did. I don't know, like I just imagined like the name Agarat just really like sounds mythical and like ancient and stuff. So that's what I did. You know, I'm very proud of this. So yeah, I came up with the name, the lore. I'll tell you later, and I guess that's it. I came up with some stats and like some UI elements. Like for example, this is like the abilities I have for the character. Like again, like my idea was like I'll tell you later. Like, but my idea was to have like multiple creatures. Like you can fight like optional bosses, and after you defeat them, you can recruit them into your party. Kind of like World of Final Fantasy, which is a pretty decent game. I would say I played it. I thought it was fun, but I don't like turn-based games, so I just kind of gave up on that. But in any case, I came up with like some elements and gave him some abilities, and yeah, and the idea for this game that I made it in my mind in like 10 seconds for some reason, and 10 minutes, was you can just fight bosses and enemies and secret bosses and stuff, and by defeating some of them, you can collect what is known as a soul stone, and soul stones essentially have the well, the creature inside, and in this specific situation, I might make more designs, I'm not really sure. I have no idea how I made this, if I'm being honest. I was just like inspired, like without like thinking about my future, my career, and not being hard on myself like I usually am. And when that happens, and when my brain is able to create freely, I did this. So, whatever. But in any case, yeah, you just collect soul stones over the world, or you buy them from merchants like a JRPG. And by buying them, you can get strong creatures, weak creatures, and all of them have like their own stats, their own speed. For example, it's like a very speedy, fast creature, like that just throws electricity, electricity bolts at the enemy, and like leaves like little traps and stuff that just, you know, if you trigger them, it just like deals area of effect damage. I don't know, I want like this to be like a type of a controller type of like wolf, or whatever you call it, a type of summon for like your party. So yeah, you can just mix and match different types of creatures. I have several in mind, but this was just like one of them. So yeah, the abilities, the stats, the creature itself, and this is like what you do. You just go there and you buy or collect or explore or defeat, and after you defeat, you just find the soul stone, and they just have like their own like creature insights. In my situation, I wanted to make it to like where is it? Basic colors? No, fuck. Light greens, wolf summon. Yeah. So like in my like for example, I forgot what I was saying. I'm so excited. Holy shit. But in any case, as I said, in this part of the like the game, for example, I want to contain like these creatures in a soul stone. As I said, like the soul stone is where you find the enemies, and every single soul stone in the game is different. So for example, in my case for Agarat, I wanted to make him like this, like a more phospholite type of shape, you know, like this, for example. So all I did was I just copied this shape and I put it here. And yeah, that's it. Like, and then in the game, you just crush them, and then after you crush the Soul Stone, then you know, like in Final Fantasy, like where you have like a full animation to like have your your like creature summoned onto the battle. I want to like do something exactly like that, where you know after you crush the stone, like the creature just descends onto the ground, and yeah, let me see if I can see this. Yeah, you just summon it, and after you do that, then yeah, the creature just comes out. I would like to be able to skip the animation, so if people want to watch it, they do, and if they don't, they don't. And so yeah, you have like the animation of the like summon appearing onto the battle, and then they just replace your party members, kind of like Kingdom Hearts or whatever, and then they fight alongside you for a limited timer, and you can just perform like special attacks with them or co-op attacks, and you can just do that, you know, hide behind the summon because they're usually very strong, or fight alongside them, like whatever, man. It doesn't matter. Like you just summon them, and they help you on the battle, and that's how you summon them. You just destroy a soul stone, and every single one has like a different color, and most specifically like a different icon. Because for me, I decided to like do a very like simple and like very like mid silhouette of this one, and so that's what you do. Like just I don't know, the soul stone, like a 3D object, and then you inside like you have the icon of the thing, and yeah, after you use it once, it just recharges and you can do that again. So that's the idea behind this whole concept of a summon. And just imagine like being able to fight different ones and recruit them to your party. Not like Pokemon, you know, because Pokemon didn't invent summoning, by the way, but kind of like that, like where you just kind of explore and you get rewarded with like weapons, gear, and new just summons to summon. I don't know, kind of like an RPG, kind of like Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy, something like that. And my idea for a game that I made in my head would be like a mixture between Devil May Cry, Final Fantasy, and Kingdom Hearts, the early Kingdom Hearts, because like early Kingdom Hearts had such amazing RPG systems and really good exploration, and it was just really fun. I don't know, like they kind of missed the boat in Kingdom Hearts 2 and the later entries, and especially Final Fantasy kind of like lost that JRPG elements, like Final Fantasy 8 and whatnot. I don't know. But yeah, I guess I've yapped on for too much. Yes, I am a nerd and probably a loser. But yeah, that was really fun. I have to admit, that was really fun. I should be like studying Blender because like art is a very pointless, like artistic pursuit. You know, I should be studying Blender for like an actual real pathway to get out of minimum wage. But instead, I decided to just take my limited time and draw this pointless creation. So I don't know. It was fun, and then what? I didn't get any money from it, so I'm fucking stupid. But whatever. In any case, I hope you liked it. Give it a like and subscribe. And I'm very like excited to just I don't know maybe make more. Let me know what you think. And if you're a game developer or a Chinese developer, feel free to copy this, honestly, because at this point, I'm a fucking loser. I will never make anything with my life, and I have no talent or skills, so honestly, just copy it, man. I'm stuck in Portugal. I'm gonna be here for the rest of my life because there's no opportunities, there's no nothing. So yeah, I wish I didn't do this because now it's gonna hurt for the next couple of months. And I'm gonna be reminded of what I could be doing in life, but instead I'm not because I'm not good enough. Oh my god. But in any case, that's what I did, and yeah, I'm very proud of this. I'm very proud of this. So yeah. Oh man, can you imagine what this would be like in a video game? Because again, I've been replaying Kingdom Hearts, and Kingdom Hearts is like such a fun game, dude. It is so fucking fun. It's just the RPG elements, the exploration. It is so fucking good, man. Holy shit, it's so fucking beautiful, man. My god. But yeah, one can dream, right? One can dream of the perfect fucking game, and I think that's all I wanted to show. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm just gonna delete this, and boom. Okay, let me see this. This is like just the early stages, right? Where I did like the normal drafts. I didn't like show like the block out and like the shapes that I used, but I just kind of deleted up at that point. Oh well. But yeah, that's like the early design. And yeah, I guess that's it really. I'm not really sure. I guess I'm gonna tell you the lore now. It's kind of cringe, but whatever. So in the story, like Agarad is like supposed to be like an ancient fable told for eons. That it said that a great being resides upon the moon, and the being known as Agarad. Like Agarad appears in your dreams of those who have but one day left to live. And in the story, the protagonist was like supposed to just have a really fucked up revelation about the world and the lore, which is so fucking deep. I'm not even gonna talk about it here. Like, goddamn, I don't know when my brain just gets lost and it's just like making lore. But in any case, the protagonist gets like one day to live, and then just like a boss you fight. But like at the same time, I was like thinking of like making this like either like a main like battle, where like a main battle where it's like story progression, or maybe like an optional boss, right, where you just fight it like late game content, or I don't know, just some optional things like where you go and fight it, but whatever. That's not relevant. This game is not gonna come to life ever, so fuck it. In any case, like yeah, it appears in the dreams of those who have like one day to live. So you go to bed, and then you just kind of see like this thing, like you go into like this dreamscape area, and like a different dimension and stuff. I don't know how to describe it. I've seen it like done in like other games in media and anime, where there's like this creepy like second reality that only some people can access at like specific times in history, like once per like 1,000 years. And I would like to do something similar where this wolf can like save you if you're like about to die in a day due to a curse or disease or whatever. And yeah, so after like you get put into that situation, you just kind of like, yeah, you just get put into like the glow of the lunar storms. And yeah, the wolf like asks you three questions, and yeah, why do you fight, what is it you most desire, what are you afraid of. And this is like the interesting part. And the reason like I'm doing like these type of like three questions is because in Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, you actually have like three questions like determine the XP requirements of the game, the abilities you get at the start of the game. And I kind of like wanted to do something like that, like give the player the choice. And for example, so if you like choose wrong, then you just get the boss fight, and you get like the Agarat as like a weapon, right? You get like maybe a spear or a sword, or a shield or an armor or an accessory that just boosts like whatever other stat you have. But if you like answer like truthfully with nobility and justice, then you can like awaken Agarat, like where like he just stands in front of you, and not as a woman of death, but like as a guardian. And for example, in this part, if you answer truthfully and with nobility and justice, then you are able to fight Agarat as like a boss battle. You fight Agarat, you defeat him, and after you defeat him, then Agarat like decides to just help you on your journey, and that's how you get the aforementioned digital art. And that's that's like how you get the soul stone to unlock him to your party, and you can level him up and get new skills, whatever, like the whole shebang, right? And that's what you do. You just answer it correctly, and then you just fight him, you win, and then you get him as a party member. You just unlock him. And the lore behind this acceptance, behind Agarat helping you, would be to kind of like sees like you are like a noble human being that like comes like every 1,000 years or whatever, like you're the special one, or like you have such perseverance, like he fucking like loves you and like respects you for it, like a fucking god decides to respect you, like a deity. And a deity of the moon like decides to just be impressed by your like presence, and then like it sacrificed like its own life force to extend your own life, so you get like a normal life and like a normal lifespan, like binding your spirit to theirs. And from that day forward, like it fights alongside you and your party until their purpose is fulfilled. So you finish your mission, and after you finish your mission, then Agaras bids you farewell, right? And then fades into the silence of the moon, never to be seen again. And yeah, I think that's the lore. Very, very, very nerd, Make fun of me, and if you have to ask, yes, I absolutely get no pony, I get no woman, or fanboys, or whatever, right? Because either a girl or a guy who looks like girl, I don't discriminate. That's how bad it is for me. Like getting so many years of no bitches. But yeah, to answer your question, yes, I do not get any action. So I do understand like, oh, this is like very nerdy, like very cringe and whatever. But yeah, whatever, man. I just wanted to just get it out of my system, man. Holy shit, this is so fucking interesting. To just geek out and like make its own world. Like I can just do this all fucking day. Oh my god, I was even like planning on like making my own manga, and the lore is like so fucking deep. Oh goddamn. In any case, like, and going back to like this story of like Agrabah and like deciding to help you, or Agarat, like deciding to like help you. Like I just like to put it into like the design, for example, like the chains. So like the chains are like supposed to symbolize like your attachment and like your vow to get your mission to the end. If you're like a person with nobility and justice in your heart, your core being is a good person, And so like if you win, like you get like these chains to simplify that. So I wanted to like incorporate that into its elements, and like I wanted to give it like more mystical, like more pale colors, because these types of colors like give it like a sort of like respect and like mystical, like eternal deity status, because this comes from the moon, this being. And yeah, I guess that's it. That's just incorporate it into the aspect, and making it close just makes it like that more dreamlike, like that more like mysterious. You know, like what the fuck is the agarats? Why does it help you? You know, what is it? You know, it just raises so many questions in the design. I tried to put it into that as much as I could, and yeah, I guess that's it. I guess that's the end of the video. Give it a like, subscribe, and tell me how much of a fucking nerd I am. And yeah, goodbye.